Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Is there a late change? What's the change? Yep.
The game, Miller Brown into the starting lineup.
Alright, thank you.
And then the sub, do you want the sub?
Yeah.
Lola, Martin, Nico.
Alright, so
It's all on dribble.
it's all on dribble. Beautiful. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Put these.
Round 18 of the Senol NPL Victoria Women's Competition begins here at the famous Kingston Heath Recreation Reserve, the home of Bentleigh Greens. In a competition stacked with talent from across Australia and around the world, we should be in for a fabulous evening as the hosts look to cause an upset. They should have done so last time the teams met, but one of the all-time commentator curses struck, and it was Alamein. They scored in the 87th minute. Just seconds after the commentator mentioned they were on track for their first points of the season. And then they copped another goal in the 98th minute to go down 2-1 Bentleigh Greens. So the team in green will be out for revenge tonight. But standing in their way is Alamein, which have the chance to go to 5th spot with a win tonight. Alamein went down 2-0 to the ladder leaders last week, but won the 2 games prior to that. Tonight is a game they will be hoping to tick off against the bottom-placed Greens. It's a huge chance for Alamein to really set up their season and a big finals push heading into the last 8 games of the season. My name's Max Bentleigh, your sole commentator for tonight, and looking at this Bentleigh Greens lineup as we go into the lineups, there's some new names. It's been a bit of a hectic pre-game. Just preparing, and there's a number of new faces, and we've also had a late change. But we'll get into the starting lineup. And Bentleigh Greens, starting off with number 3, Savannah Oxley. Number 4, Christina Souza. Number 6, Emma Robers. Number 10, Candela Ferreira Bass. Number 11, Kira Myers. Number 13, Belinda Stodzewski. Number 14, Yuka Sato. Number 12, Mia Otero. Number 61, Anastasia Theodosio. Number 19, Lara Smith. And Melissa Barbieri, who I believe is the goalkeeper for Bentleigh Greens. Now, Alamein, they've had a late change. Miller Ralph has been promoted to the starting lineup. Priya Archdeacon is out completely. We don't know what happened there, but that is a late change, and someone has been promoted to the bench, which we'll get to. But their starting lineup is number 2, Estella Bugias. Number 3, Chinatsu Shindara. Number 6, Dakota Thyssen. Number 7, Savannah Anastasopoulos. Number 8, Neve Dunstan. Number 9, Summer Lasky. Number 11, Zoa Houghton. Number 12, Jordan Toms Wedge. Number 18, Matilda Laurie. Number 19, Priya, who's no longer in the starting lineup. It's Mia Miller Ralph, who's taken her place. And in goals is the number 70, Miranda Templeman. So we're underway here. Beautiful evening. That sunset was gorgeous. That's gone now. It's kickoff time, 6:15. And it's 14th versus 7th. Bentleigh, though, they've introduced a few new faces, and I've just got a feeling that they are going to put up something special tonight, something that's been different to their season, which has just been mainly losses so far. They've only recorded the 1 win. Offside flags up. I was going to say an early chance there for Alamein, but it's not to be. Well, thanks for joining us wherever you're watching from. Hope you're enjoying your evening, and hope you're enjoying this one. Couple of opening minutes to the game. As we see, Mayer's running on to this one. We did see the Socceroos earlier today progress through to the knockout stages of the World Cup. And here we are in for some more fabulous football. I believe it's a double header here at Kingston Heath. The men are coming up after this. It's Altona Magic coming down here for a stunning contest against Bentleigh. So ball thrown into Theodosiou. Oxley working it back. Are we going to be in for some exciting football? Well, we'll wait and see. Let's just keep our fingers crossed, and I'm sure after what we saw last time between these sides, I just got a feeling there'll be a little bit of heat in this contest. This ball's out to the far side. That's a beautiful ball. Here's Ralph, promoted to the starting lineup. Loses the ball there. Nice defensive work from none other than Belinda Stodzewski. one of the stars in the team of the week in round 13. I believe I called that game, and if she defends like she did in that game, well, it's going to be hard for Alamein to get through tonight. Did speak to Steve Cremidis, the coach of Bentleigh Green, before the game, and he just was happy with the way they've been progressing the last couple of weeks, Bentleigh. They recorded a win against the 6th place Burundara Eagles. That was on this ground. That was before the break. They lost last week to Spring Hills. It was a 1-0 loss. But they're just building, and the rhythm is starting to gain a bit of traction, and they might just be a different team here, Bentleigh, because they've had a tough start to the season, but they're building nicely as we see Alamein pushing forward here. Brilliant run on the far side. It's whipped in towards a penalty spot on her left foot. Great save. Safe as houses there, Barbieri. Excellent work. Shot coming in there. It was Savannah with the shot. Savannah Anastasopoulos. Here's Laurie. I believe that is Matilda Laurie. There's another Laurie, Harriet Laurie, wearing the number 25. She's on the bench for Alamein. One to keep an eye out on later on. I do believe that they are twin sisters. Here's another shot from Savannah. A chance. Oh, just missing to the left. Well, it looked like Savannah had put in a shot there, and in the end, it ended up being served on a platter for Lasky, and she missed a golden opportunity. She scored the last time they met, Summer Lasky, and the number 9 there just wasn't able to tip that one home. Dangerous moment there early for Bentleigh Greens. Yuka Sato. And they gain a bit of territory for Obase there, the number 10. She's one to keep an eye on for Bentleigh Greens. She scored the last time they met. It was all powered by her. She caused the defensive error, and here she is for Obase. Look at that work. She's skillful. Causes one of the Alamein defenders to sleep. Here's Yuka Sato. She needs to step up. That one's a nice ball in. The number 12 works it out to the far side. Smith into the box, and they get a corner here, Bentleigh Greens. Taking their time, Bentleigh. So standing over this one, Savannah Oxley, a new face for Bentleigh, in towards the near post. Nice work here on the far side. Oxley just took the cross. Here she is on the ball. Smith, Sato, Oxley. Oh, she did well, just couldn't do the final little bit there. And it'll be a throw in here for Alamein. Sato with a heavy boot. Pressure on. Shadara does well. Cleared away from Templeman. Templeman, the goalkeeper for Alamein. Well, we'll touch back on her later. She's had a good resume in football. Stodzewski now. It's pinballing around. This could just go out. It does. I believe this is the first game across the weekend of football here in the Senol NPLW Victoria top flight competition. That includes the men's competition as well. There is another game on tonight in the Senol NPLW Victoria women's competition. That's between Preston and Spring Hills out at Jenna Steele Stadium. It's an 8:30 kickoff. Yeah, we've got a double header here at Kingston Heath. Got the men coming up after this, and if those pundits that told me it's between Bentleigh Greens and Altona Magic. If they were right pre-game, well then that's the game that's coming up after this. I did not check to see who was playing after this game here in the men's, but got my sources here, reliable sources telling me it's Altona Magic. This one's out to the far side. Zoe Houghton loses the ball though. Otero, the number 12 for Bentleigh, working it. Sato trying to put some pressure on, but Dustin does well. Just a little bit too much on that one, and Dustin, the American, causes a throw in here, and it's going the way of Bentleigh Greens. 5 goals already this season for Neve Dustin. She's the coach of the under-14s academy team at Alamein, so she's not just involved in this team. Great contributor to the club, without a doubt. Shouts for a free kick. It's not to be, and it will be a Bentleigh Greens throw-in. Play continues again. Ferreira Bass was pulled back. Cleared away there from Shidara, the Japanese defender, 27-year-old. Experience playing in Japan, France and Croatia for Chinatsu Shidara, the number 3 for Alamein. Stojcevski puts in a boot there and goes out for a throw-in. Throw in for Alamein. Another throw in here for Bentleigh. Possession with Bentleigh, and now it goes the way of the team in red. Chilly night here, but no wind at all, so they are the conditions that you need to be aware of. There is a nice little smoke haze coming across the ground. Beautiful gyros being cooked in the canteen. That's a little toe poke, and they do well to work this out. Slick pass from Templeman in goals for Alamein. Nice touch there. Worked up the line now. Here's Smith, assessing her options. Laurie now. Nice work from Smith, and the ball goes her way. Headed down and goes out. Here they come, the mighty Bentleigh Greens. Last of the table, but looks like they've come to play here tonight on their home deck. Here's the crafty Dustin. She was the Player of the Month in May. So having a good season clearly, and she's had a few promising moments already. Kira Mayes. Still going, don't stop. Works it in towards the near post. Clearance from Shidara there. Sato does super well. Freya Bash, dangerous in these situations, but not that time. And pushing up there was Souza, doing some nice defensive work, and the number 4 with the ball in her hands now, Souza, 30-year-old, experienced defender for Bentleigh. Here's Sato. She's had a promising start to this one. Smith. This is a good little piece of play, but they don't want to turn it over here. Shidara does super well, almost pulled off a nice ball. Souza goes all the way back. That's a fantastic ball, and they're open here. Otero on her left. Nicely blocked. Superb work, denying a shot. It was Tom's wedge, the 26-year-old. That's a deflected ball, back post, and there we have it. Oxley makes it 1-0. The home side get the early advantage. It was a deflected shot, and I tell you what, it worked. It's all you need. And Bentleigh Greens get the early lead. Savannah Oxley, believes she's a new face for Bentleigh Greens. And Steve Cremidas' side. And alarm bells here for the visitors who are down against the bottom place Bentleigh Greens. Just makes things interesting. This is what happened last time the teams met. Bentleigh scored in the 19th minute, and they got the early lead. Trying to feed it through there was Alamein. Ball thrown in. Comes off Souza, and winning the ball there was Zoe Howden. One to look out for, the number 11 for Alamein. 26-year-old, already scored 3 goals this season. Here's a dangerous Neve Dustin. Sato does well defensively there. Yuka Sato, she's had a strong start to this game. 26-year-old Japanese midfielder. They've struggled to score goals this season, Bentleigh Greens. They've scored the least amount of goals in the competition with what was 13. Now it's 14 after that opener. They've conceded a whopping 68, which is the worst in the league as well. So they've struggled on both ends of the pitch, but tonight they're looking like a refreshed team, Bentleigh Greens. They've got a couple of new faces. Here's the goal scorer, Oxley. It's turned over. Yuka Sato tries to interfere, but they continue going here. Alamein towards the back post. Losing the ball, though, there was Savannah. Lasky passed it into her. They weren't able to get the job done there, Alamein. Shidara plays it forward towards Dustin. the dangerous Dustin. Whistle blown here, and it will be a free kick going the way of Bentleigh. Alamein aren't happy at all about something, asking why it wasn't a foul. I believe the linesman may have seen a handball, and I think they're wearing the earpieces, the referees, and with that technology you can do amazing things. Here's Templeman, Western Australian goalkeeper, Australian youth representative. Dak Thyssen works it back to Bugius. And they're in the middle of the park here. Handball shout, Oxley on the ball. Yuka Sato, skillful. Out to the far side. And Tom's wedge, clearing that one away. From New South Wales, Tom's wedge. Born over there and playing her football now in Victoria. She also, I believe, plays a bit of AFL football as well. Maybe not this season, but she definitely has in the past. Stojcevski puts in a boot there for the home side. The team in green looking sharp to start off this one. Yuka Sato. Oh, nutmeg. Fantastic. Releases Smith. Smith goes for a run. Farah Bass now. The dangerous Farah Bass. Yuka Sato. Look at that ball. Twisting and turning. And Shadara does well, but Smith intercepts. Pinballing around. Options in the box. Towards the near post, on target. But a good save from Miranda Templeman. And the referee will just have a chat with her, the goalkeeper. Let's hope she is okay. Holding her leg. Miranda Templeman. It looks to be her left foot. Just a little bit sore. Miranda Templeman, she's played for Adelaide, Melbourne Victory and Perth Glory in the A-League. A very talented goalkeeper. She was in the team of the week in round 13. 23-year-old, just getting a bit of attention here from the medical staff. Just gives us a chance to take a breath for a moment. This is the, we can call this one the hydration break. We've all come and learn and love the hydration break, which doesn't have a sponsor in the, well, it's not an official hydration break. I will just clear that up. We have been seeing the hydration breaks in the World Cup, to some disgust of some onlookers, but play has resumed. Bentleigh we're all in a huddle as soon as play resumes, and they've scattered. It's unbelievable scenes. Playing that one forward was Savannah, and this one's in towards the back post. Well, they survived there. Bentleigh. Whistle blown and play gets underway. Just like that. Non-stop action here. You can't look away for a moment. Barbieri to Smith. Chasing the game here, Alamein. Farah Bass releases on the far side. This could be offside. The flag stays down. It goes up eventually. I think that's the right call there. So well done to the referees. Ball out on the far side now, and that is Zoe Howden, who's been pushing pretty hard out there on the right wing. I hope you're enjoying this one wherever you're tuning in from. It's 14th v 7th. Alamein, they win tonight, they can go up to 5th, but at the moment, it's not looking like it's going that way, as Bentleigh have scored a nice goal through Oxley. There was a ricochet, but nonetheless, it went in, and it's been quite an even contest. Ball booted sky high. Here's Laurie. Shidara, skillful. Nice ball in. Miller Ralph. Neve Dustin. Heavy challenges. Zoe Howden pushing hard. Physicality on show without a doubt. Oxley now. And Howden coming from behind and winning the ball back. Stojcevski for Abbas. They get it back here, Alamein. So the last 3 minutes has been a good patch of play here for John Kyrgios's team, who I believe, John, is not present. I believe he's in America, in fact. So they're without their head coach, Alamein. Not going to lie, I wouldn't mind being in the US at the moment with the World Cup on. Socceroos flying, not a bad place to be. I'm sure he'll be watching, so hello to John. Pressure being applied for Abbas. Dustin, two heavyweights of the competition, absolute stars going at it. Here's Laurie. Good work from Smith there, clearing that one out. So 1-0 the scoreline here. Bentleigh Greens up and about to start this one. Shidara, absolute brick wall in defence for Alamein. This one goes back. Working it back is Bugias. More than 50 appearances in this competition. Cracking game of football so far. Last season, Bentleigh Greens finished 11th. It was their worst finish in history last year for Bentleigh, finishing 11th. They finished in 10th in 2024. So we're really hoping this year to find a way to lift and jump up that table. Not many games left, I believe 8 after this. So they're going to have to get rolling here. That's a nice pass. A couple of players running forward. Shidara, brick wall there in defence for Alamein. Here she is again. Oxley to Yuka Sato. And that was the 61, Theodosiou. Laurie to Shadara. Here's Miller Ralph, promoted to the starting lineup after Priya Archidekon, the Indian midfielder. She must have just suffered an injury or something, and she was a late withdrawal from the game, so Miller Ralph was promoted to the starting lineup. So a late change there for Alamein. This one gets out the back, under pressure, but they survive there. It was Robers who just got out of that sticky situation. The number 6 for Bentleigh. So a corner here for the visitors, in towards the near post. Miller Ralph's in there, Miller Ralph scores a equal here at Kingston Heath Soccer Complex. Miller Ralph promoted into the starting lineup after a late withdrawal. And what a game. What a game for her. You take that every day of the week and the scores are level. There was a scramble in there. Players everywhere. There were boots flying everywhere. But in the end, it goes the way of Alamein. And just before half-time here, the scores are level. Scrappy goal, but that's enough. You don't need it to be clean. Just a goal is enough. And John, who's in the US, I believe, he'll be very happy wherever he's watching. It's probably late in the afternoon, just after dinner perhaps, if he is in the same time zone as the Socceroos, who kicked off about 6 hours ago, 7 hours ago. Here's Laurie. So if you're just joining us, Miller Ralph scoring, equalising, and it was Oxley who opened the scoring account early on in the game. And as the Sosopoulos out on the far side, the number 7 cleared it away here from Souza. Throw in here for Alamein. Another throw in, and this one will go the way of the home side. It's getting down towards the nitty-gritty part of the season. Tension starting to rise because all the players know that it's now or never really. If you want to make the NPL finals, with 8 games left after this, you've got to get your season going. Yukasato passing it in. Faraya Bass trying her best.
throw in here for Alamein. Shadara releases Laurie, but in the end, Smith causes a turnover. Laurie gets it back. Smith in there. Yukasato now. Coming from the back is Sam Lasky, and it's a foul going the way of Bentleigh Greens. Sam Lasky, American forward, already scored 5 goals this season. The number 9 for Alamein. Alamein, a really strong women's program that they run. Smith will keep this in. First time ball. Here they come for Abbas. Offside though. Mia Otero, the number 12 for Bentleigh, just out on the right side here. She's been causing a few issues for Alamein, and I believe that Otero, he may just be a new recruit for Bentleigh. They've picked up a couple of new names that I am reading for the first time, having commentated a couple of Bentleigh games already this season. They do have a few new faces tonight. Souza turns it over. Oh, almost a perfect pass for Myers there, but just too much on it. 10 minutes to go here in this first half. Not long left. So the last time the teams met, Alamein scored in the 87th and 98th minute to win 2-1. It was quite an eventful finish to the game. There was a penalty as well that caused that second goal. So perhaps a bit of a rivalry and a bit of tension between these sides after that nail-biting result. Laurie, very skillful. Running down the left edge here. Works it back to Samalaski. Here's Dustin. Dustin on it now, in fact. Getting it from Dak. Nine wins, 1 draw, 7 losses this season for Alamein. They finished 6th last season. They haven't made the NPL finals since 2019. They've made the finals 4 times in history. They've had good success, but the last 5 or so years, they just haven't been able to crack the finals. Tonight is a massive evening for them. If they get a result, get a win, it will lift them from 7th to 5th on the table and really set them up for a big push towards that top 4. They do take on Preston next Saturday, Alamein. Preston, they're another team that's lower down on the table. Nice work here from Bentleigh, just forcing Alamein to knock the ball around in their back third. Stojcevski works it back to Oxley. And Souza now feeding the ball all the way back to the number 6 in Emma Robers. Yukasato now to Oxley, the goal scorer. Now they're out on the far side trying to feed that one through to Kira Myers. But it goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in now for Alamein. Templeman has to go for a long delivery out, and Souza headers that one straight towards the Alamein bench. Here's Souza. So if you missed it, it was Miller Ralph who equalised after Savannah Oxley scored first up. It was Bentleigh Greens who took the 1-0 lead. Let's see what Bentleigh can do here. This ball's in towards the back post. Under pressure there was Templeman, but she does well. Freya Bass was hunting that ball down just in front of her. Shadara now going for a run. Summer Lasky, the American forward, along the left edge. Miller Ralph, goal scorer, boots that one straight towards Oxley. And now it's in the feet of Emma Robers. Smith turned over, but gets it back. It'll be a throw-in. Both teams struggling to score this season, but can't complain with a 1-1 scoreline in the opening half. Alamein, 5th least goals in the competition this season. They've scored 22 goals. Bentleigh, they've scored the least amount of goals in the competition with 13. You add 1 to both those figures now after the 1-1 scoreline in this game. Free kick here going the way of Alamein, and I believe Belinda Stojcevski has received a yellow card. Shidara puts a bit on that ball, and it is a little bit too much. It goes out now for a goal kick. Good to see plenty of fans come along to this one. Got plenty out on the far side, and we've got plenty here just in front of the clubhouse, including one of my junior coaches who I'm looking at right now. That was quite a funny sight. Nice surprise. Junior coach from, I believe, under 12s or under 10s. That's how long ago it is. Anyway, we'll get back onto the game here. Plenty of dribbling there. Feeds it back eventually. It's in the safe feet of Shidara. And it has to go out in the end. So really good pressure being applied by Bentleigh Greens. It's a good contest so far. You certainly wouldn't be thinking it's a mid-table team up against a bottom place team, but it is. They've received a bit of a boost here, Bentleigh. A few new faces, and they're really stepping up. One of them is Oxley, who's on the ball now. She scored earlier today. Chilly night. I'm going to play it down at the moment. It is Stojcevski. 23-year-old. She's played more than 50 games in this competition. Knows her way around. Chance to just take a breath. It's been an action-packed start to this game. Play to get back underway. Belinda Stodzewski is walking at a pace that doesn't look like she's got an injury, so that's good news. And now she's jogging. She will be on in just a second. Yukasato for a Bass. Yukasato. That one goes the way of Alamein. Laurie to take this throw in. Not long to go in this first half. Shidara to Bugias. Ralph. Tom's Wedge out there doing some handy work. Just caught a replay of Alamein's goal, and I can confirm that it was Miller Ralph who scored that goal. He was in a scramble from a corner on her left foot, just forced it over the line nicely. Yukasato, Lasky coming from behind, applying a bit of pressure. Stodzewski now. Bugias, the captain, orchestrating, passing now out to the far side. Nice build-up, back post. Nice work from Beery. Safe hands. Releasing now on the right edge. Barbieri yet again. Safe hands. Here's Sato now. Freya Bass trying to get to that one. Here she is falling over, unfortunately. She gets back up though. Dustin. Time and space, and that's just cleared out. There was Anastasopoulos going down there. Anastasopoulos, the number 7 for Alamein. So not long left at all in this first half. Action-packed. One goal from either side. Yukasato. Freya Base releases players, and here they are out on the far side, dribbling through, but nice defensive work there. Tom's Wedge was coming at some pace. Here's Yukasato, they're still going, Bentleigh. Good defence. Otero Alamein now. Stodzewski. Physical game. Barbieri. That ball almost gets through for Abass, still on it. Passing it out to Sato. Sato had Smith to her right. She's got Freya Bass to her right. Looks to go inboard instead. This is a sky-high ball. These are the dangerous ones. Smith, Freya Bass on it. Not long to go here till half-time. Freya Bass. They hold up well there, Alamein. Dustin now. Looking for a pass. Goes out towards the far side. Had Miller Ralph on, but elected to go to the dangerous Zoe Howden. Here's Summer Lasky now, the American superstar. Gets past Smith. Bit of fatigue setting in. Lasky, no one's doing anything for her. In the end, passes it. He's dusted on her right foot. On target, but a good save from Barbieri, and that's the first half. Bentleigh Green scoring, then Alamein responding with the goal. Scores are level. It's been action-packed. Oxley, the first goal scorer. And then levelling the scoreline was Miller Ralph, who was a late inclusion into the starting lineup for Alamein. Well, there we have it. Have a break, have a good break, and we'll see you in just over 10 minutes' time. And we're back. Welcome back, everybody, to Kingston Heath, where you're tuning into an entertaining affair. 2 goals in the first half. It's Oxley who opened the scoring account, and equalising was Miller Ralph, who was promoted into the starting lineup at the last minute due to what may have been an injury or something that went wrong late in the game, late in the warm-ups for Priya here. I'll tell you what, it's a bit of back and forth, and Otero's not happy. Ball was thrown into her. Here's Faraya Bass now, knows how to score, and wins her team I was about to say a corner, but it's not to be. So it was Priya Archidekon who was the laid out for Alamein, and coming in for her was Miller Ralph. Goal kick. Shidara taking it. Howden winning the ball there off Souza. Yukasado booting this one sky high. Might get it back here. Oxley on it. Almost gets through. Nice intercept though from Matilda Laurie. And now possession with Bentleigh Greens. That's Robers. Playing it forward for Abbas now. Releasing out to the far side. Mayers does well. Almost gets past. But good work there from Shidara. But in the end, concedes a corner. Here comes a corner. It's a dangerous ball. Penalty spot shot from Freya Bass, not to be, and they clear it. Smith. Oxley trying her hardest there, but Matilda Laurie doing well, and they get the ball back here for a throw-in. .6:15 start to this game. There is a double header. The Bentleigh Greens men coming up after this, coming up against Altona Magic. Here's Miller Ralph, already scored tonight. Stochevsky does well defensively and just clears that one away. Lola Chico's the late inclusion to the Alamein lineup. He's on the bench. Miller Ralph promoted to the starting 11. So Lola Martinico, number 27. Expect to see her later on for Alamein. Otero. Bouncing ball. Shidara on it. Dak now. Dak Thyssen. And releasing Laurie out on the far side, who's got a bit of time and space. Tight game, intense. Miller Ralph on it. Yukasato. And they win it back here, Bentleigh Greens. Otero. Pulling down Tom's wedge there. Dustin now. Pulls the trigger. But goal kick to be taken here. Well, Melissa Barbieri. Captain will do the sweeping work. Estella Bugias. 23-year-old, played in the club's under-19 side years ago, and here she is in the seniors. Stodsevsky boots it forward, and Captain Bugias will get onto that one, and Shidara now on it. Dustin. Even start since half time. Zoe Howden. Tom's wedge. Dustin. Shidara under pressure. Steps up though. Here's Laurie. Dustin now. Releasing Tom's wedge. Tom wedge just a little bit too much on that. Stodzkiewski does well, and it'll be a goal kick. Referee having some specific words with a couple of the Bentleigh players. Wow, Barbieri, not a good goal kick. They get away with it though. Dustin stripped by Ferreira Bass. Ferreira Bass thought she may have won it back, but comes to a halt. Will be a free kick for the team in red. So Alamein, 7th on the table, a win tonight. And they'll jump 2 spots into 5th above Burundara and Avondale. But a draw, and they'll just jump a spot above Burundara. That's a nice ball feeding through. Under pressure here is Robers. Passing it out to Souza. Howden. Ball thrown in by Tom's wedge towards Miller-Ralph. Things just starting to heat up here. The temperature's going down, but the players are causing the temperature to go up because a lot is at stake. Here's Dustin. Shidara now. That works. Offside flag stays down. That's a shot just over the bar. And that's the Sopoulos with a golden opportunity. In the 56th minute, they miss out on a good chance. Alamein. Bentleigh Green's just holding on here. Started off quite even, but the last 5 minutes, they've really been on the front foot here. Alamein. Cash and Ormington has come on for Bentleigh Greens. Number 28. Player down now behind play. It looks like it's Dodgevsky, one of their star players. She was sore in the first half. No one's warming up at the moment for Bentleigh. So perhaps that's a good sign here for Bentleigh. But I'll tell you what, the players will have to start warming up because this doesn't look too good at all for Belinda Stodzewski, who's played more than 50 games in this competition, the 23-year-old. He's quite experienced, and this is not like a good-looking injury for the youngster. She does have that left knee strapped up, but this may just be a right ankle problem, perhaps. So players now starting to warm up for Bentleigh, so we could see a substitute. Dustin with the ball in, top of the box. Sato, Samalaski, the American forward, on her left boot. It's a stunner. Shidara was there, but Barbieri, the goalkeeper, was too strong for that one and collects it. Souza, headering it. And that's the Sopoulos, and it goes out. It will be a goal kick. So we shouldn't be too far away. They're playing a player down at the moment here, Bentleigh. This is interesting times for them. They're going to have to really just keep it together while Stodzewski is off. Dak Thyssen playing it out to the far side. Blocked there by Smith. Laurie with the ball in. I don't see Stodzewski out there, so there's still a player down here, Bentleigh. Tom's wedge now, a bit of time and space on the right side here. Here's Zoe Howden. It's blocked by Souza. Zoe Howden with the early ball in for Abbas now. Just going to go for some territory. Time and space now for Oxley, the goal scorer. That's not a bad delivery. This could work out. Mayers gets onto it. Defended by Laurie. Mayers, silky skills. Laurie wins it though. Lasky, Sato coming from behind. That might just go out, and this might be the opportunity for a substitute. There's still a player down here. It's taken a long time for this sub. Medina Ali's got all the substitute gear off, and she's in her playing kit now, so it looks like Ali will be the one that comes on. Sato. Still going. Great skills, but there's a but there. Player down here, Bentleigh. They've been a player down for a while. It's taken a long time for the substitute to happen. Souza going at it with Zoe Houghton. Zoe Houghton just points towards a penalty spot, puts it there. Good defensive work there from Robers. Charging down. Plays it down the line for territory. So they're going to finally pull a couple of subs here, Bentleigh, once this ball goes out. Souza has some work to do. Howden with plenty of space. Shot from long range, just going over the bar. And that's the Sopoulos, number 7 for Alamein. And here are the substitutes. So here's the sub. And that's the Sopoulos will come off. Stodzewski coming off. And coming on is Medina Ali. And the one more substitute, I believe, will be Otero coming off. And coming on we'll get you these substitutes. I believe Chantel Candia, the number 5, has come on for Bentleigh Greens. So a few changes for Bentleigh and one change for Alamein. Here's the substitute. Straight into the action there. Candia. Souza with a long ball. And Theodusiu was the other one to come off earlier for Bentleigh. Normington came on for her. A shot on target. A couple of complaints from Shidara towards the linesman. So we're back to 11v11. Miller Ralph running this one down. Oxley works it back towards the goalkeeper Ian Barbieri. Melissa Barbieri. She's had a couple of moments in the game. Had a little bit of work to do. Ali now just subbed on. Goes out. Normington. They're coming now from the right edge. Good clearance away from the captain. Bugias. It was the ball coming in from Kira Myers there. Good promising bit of play there from Bentleigh Greens. Harriet Laurie has come on for Alamein. Savannah and Astasopoulos coming off. So the two Lauries on the pitch for Alamein. Midway through the second half, yet to see a goal. Could this be the moment? Corner here for the home side. It's a good ball in for Abbas. Headed and saved. Templeman diving to her right. Big opportunity there. Great header from Freya Bass. But a good save. Yukasato to Ali. Ali, skillful moves. It's out on the far side. Kira Myers using her pace. Substitute Laurie there doing the defensive work, but Myers is still going. Bouncing ball, Normington. It's Candia, in fact. And it's a free kick going the way of... Well, we're going to see a card for Normington. Free kick here going the way of Alamein. Round 18 of the Senol NPL Victoria Women's Competition. It's been a good game. Another game coming up in just under 45 minutes' time. It's a shot there from Ralph. Already scored this evening. Good crowd here as well watching this one. Great to see. Shouts for a free kick and they get it here, Alamein. Free kick taken. Candia on the ball. Works it back dangerously. And Barbieri just has to just put a foot to it and it goes out. Players crowding the box. Got three Alamein players outside the box for now. It will remain like that. Short ball, no, not to be. In towards the near post. There was a bit of a wasted opportunity there for Alamein. Laurie, though, works it back in. Here's Dustin. Well defended from Souza. Really halting them from going anywhere. Throw in. Tom's wedge to take it. Candia there. Here she is. Got Ali to her left. It ends up going into her feet, and Borges now coming hot the other way, the captain. Nice pass inboard. Shidara. Ball stays in. Soto. Laurie does well. Passes it to Matilda Laurie. Ali, though, wins it. Myers. Passing it forward. Almost finding Normington. Shidara now skillfully shifts the play. And they go all the way back, Alamein. Cold night here, but not a breath of wind. Nice football conditions. Barbieri. Bit of time and space for her. Uses it well. Just under 20 minutes left. Will we see one last goal? Perhaps two. Charging forward here, Alamein. Barbieri comfortably saving that one. Robers has had a good game in defence. Heavy challenge. Play continues. Harriet Laurie. Freya Bass all the way in defence. Goal kick here for Bentleigh. Ball played in the air. Dustin goes down, but here she is back up to her feet. Yuka Sato intercepts it. Myers works it back. Robers now. Nice composure to Ali. Ali flicks it on. Normington now. Just goes out. Booted forward from Yuka Sato. Throw in. 1-1 the score. Bentleigh Greens. 1 win this season, 0 draws, 16 losses. They're in bottom position. It's been a tough season. But the last month, they've played some really good football. Picked up their first win. They lost 1-0 last week to Spring Hills. But they certainly look like a team that's going to be dangerous as they look to finish strongly. Here's a few options out on the far side. It's turned over though. If they can get this going here, Alamein, they'll have a few players in their favour going forward. Here they come. Ball out on the far side. Options in the box. It's in. But Farai Bass is able to get onto it. Dustin there just wasn't able to get to it. There's just a little bit too much on the pass. Shidara now. And that one goes out. Samalaski flying off the side of her boot, and it'll be a goal kick. High boot there from Dak Thyssen. Dustin charging through. Shot blocked by Robers. Here's Ali. Nice little flick past. Finds Candia. Tom's wedge back to goalkeeper Templeston. Here's Tom's wedge. Sousa now. If they can get going here, Bentleigh, they could create something. Oh, just too much on that pass. Good defensive work there from Oxley. Farai Bass and Ali. Ali still going. Does well. Oxley, that's a nice ball towards Normington. Normington charging in against Dustin. Laurie up against Robers. Robers does well, but loses it. Here comes Laurie. Shot from long range. Too much curl on that, and it goes out for a goal kick. Things certainly heating up here, despite the temperature plummeting down. Just under 15 minutes left. Hope you've enjoyed this one wherever you're tuning in from. Laurie. Farai Bass. Opens things up, but no one's there running onto it. Bugias on the ball. Works it forward. Oxley does well. Under pressure though. Barbieri. Nicely done. Good tie poke from Oxley. Sousa now. Up the line but goes out. Here's Dustin up against Farai Bass. They've been going at it all afternoon, or all evening, I should say. Here's Zoe Howden towards the near post. Brilliant work from Barbieri. Called keeper, and it went straight into her hands. And she'll knock this one forward. Toe poke in towards the middle of the pitch. Farai Bass. Candia works it back, but it's a bit of a dangerous ball. Sousa almost gave away a free kick. Oxley, no whistle blown. Normington now, very nice control. Candia to Normington. Burgess now. Play streaming forward. Oxley. Pinballing football in the last 4 minutes. Freya Bass. Scored the last time these teams met. She could win it back here. She does. Uses her strength. Zoe Howden came from behind, but Freya Bass said no, not today. And now they're out on the far side. Mayers. Assessing her options. It's Yuka Sato towards Mayers. Normington was just out the back there. Wouldn't want to turn it over here. That's how they conceded last time. It's a defensive error. And Freya Bass swooped on it and scored. Less than 10 minutes left. Throw in for Alamein. It's out in the corner there. This one goes the way of the team in red, Alamein. Free kick. Bentleigh get it. A chance now. They're going to send all their players forward, except Souza and Barbieri, the goalkeeper, and Smith. Yuka Sato, she'll even slowly walk up towards the box here. Oxley standing over this one. She's already scored this evening. Oxley in, and that one off the side of the boot perhaps. Very wasteful opportunity. Candia does well, releases Ali. Great work there from Dustin. Free kick. Dustin wins it. The American midfielder. 5 goals this season. She's had a busy outing. Been involved in a lot of the play. Here's Shidara, one of their top players, Alamein. Samalaski. Jasewski. Great ball in towards the penalty spot. Header. Howden. But it flies out and it will be a goal kick. Here are a couple of substitutes. Dak Thyssen coming on. Coming off, and coming on is Stamatopoulos. Just a quick sub there for Alamein. Now here's an opportunity. 3v2. Brilliant run from Myers. Options in the box. Great save there from Templeman. And scores remain at 1-1. You can hear the Alamein bench. What a run there from Kira Myers. She's got some pace. There's no doubt about that. That was a big chance in the 86th minute. Applying some pressure here. Bentleigh Greens. Oxley with the corner. Shallow entry. Yukasato went for a volley. That's a big, big challenge. It's still going on the far side. Working it forward. Howden. But nice work from Robers. Sweeping up. And burning it down the line. And after all that, it will be Bentleigh Greens with a throw-in in the middle of the pitch. And I'll tell you what, the clouds / smoke is really smothering the ground at the moment. Thankfully, I've got these binoculars, which are saving the day for my commentary. This one's headed up, booted forward from Laurie. Smith. Normington will get it from a nice ball from Faria Bass. Faria Bass now on a right boot. A chance. Candia works it inboard, but it's cleared. Some big moments then. Now it's Souza on the ball. Dying stages of this one. Candia plays it in towards Yuka Sato. Sato's capable. Oh, she's just missed it to the left. Yuka Sato, less than a metre away there from glory. Things certainly heating up. Is that Candia again? She's been busy. Chantal Candia, the number 5. She's come on off the bench and been a nice addition to this Greens outfit. Could we be in for one last goal? We haven't seen one here in this second half. We saw 2 in the first. Souza in towards Normington. Up the line. Lasky up against Oxley. Zoe Howden does super well. Zoe Howden on a mazy run. Well defended there from Oxley, but Zoe Howden, I'll tell you what, that was threatening. She was the top goal scorer last season with 8 goals. She's scored 3 times this season. The 26-year-old. Not long to go at all in this game. Three minutes of added time, so not long at all. Here come Bentleigh Greens. Faria Bass tried to get onto that one. Big balls to be won here. The 2 captains going at it now. Faria Bass wins the day. Looking for an option now. We'll find Yuka Sato. Pressure being applied. Templeman. Long down the line. Faria Bass. They'll take a draw here. Bentleigh Greens without a doubt. Ali. Up the line. Could this be the moment? Summer Lasky shoots. What a save! Barbieri saves the day. Could that be the moment that gets Bentleigh Greens a draw and their 4th point of the season? What a save. Summer Lasky, good shot. Found a bit of separation, but Barbieri, what a save. Free kick here going the way of Bentleigh Greens. Not long left now. 3 minutes of out of time. We've already chewed up about half of it. Long ball from Oxley. Freya Bass, header. Templeman now. He's being very quick about all this. That's a nice drop kick, about 50 metres. Oxley headers it. Normington now. Wrestling. Moving it quickly now. Robers on the ball. Up against Lasky. Tough conditions for the players. It's cold. It's foggy out there. And well done. Robers, Emma Robers, the number 6 for Bentleigh Green. She's been rock solid in defence. Seconds left in this one. Not long at all. Dustin, Yukasato clear it away, and they've probably secured a draw. Maybe one last opportunity. Ball thrown in. Ali boots it. That one goes the way of Alamein. And it goes out again. Another throw in. This will be the last moment. Last chance. They could get this into the box, but Freya Bass, the captain of Bentleigh Greens, clears it. I thought I just heard the final whistle. It's not to be. But surely this will be it. Freya Bass is down at the moment. That's concerning. But it's looking like a draw here. Alamein, they were 1-0 down. This result will lift Bentleigh Greens closer towards second last Melbourne City. And there we have it, full time here at Kingston Heath. Bentleigh Greens coming away with a draw. It's their first draw of the season. There's a few words from the Alamein bench, but it's full time. That's the end of this one. Alamein coming here hoping to get a win. It's not to be. It's a draw, 1-1. And they will go up one spot on the table from 7th to 6th. Bentleigh, well, it's a good step forward for them. They get their first draw of the season. And there we have it. So 2 goals in the first half is all we saw in terms of goals. It was Savannah Oxley making it 1-0 in the 15th minute. And then Miller Ralph, 1-1 in the 29th minute. So a good result here for both teams. They come away with a 1-1 draw. And that's it here from Kingston Heath. I hope you've enjoyed this round 18 Senol NPLW Victoria women's match between Bentleigh Greens and Alamein. We will see you next time.